Hello, everyone. Welcome to Unfiltered and Unapologetic, the space where we heal out loud, bring our culture into the conversation, and remember that softness is our strength. I'm your host, Caitlin Gil-Soto, born and raised in Lawrence, Massachusetts, always traveling between Bani and El Cibao, and proudly Dominicana. Today's episode is called Main Character Energy, Dominican Edition. This one's not about ego, it's about expansion. It's about remembering that confidence is not arrogance, it's clarity. It's the decision to stop shrinking for people who benefit from you playing small. Many of us were raised to equate humility with invisibility. We were told not to make it about you, not to stand out, not to celebrate too loudly. In Dominican households, confidence was often met with a side eye or a quick no te la de tanto, or don't think that you're better than everyone. But there's a difference between bragging and being proud, between seeking validation and honoring your growth, between arrogance and self-trust. Main character energy is what happens when you finally give yourself permission to be seen. When you stop waiting for someone to pick you and you decide to pick yourself. And the truth is that confidence doesn't make you less Dominican, less grounded, or less kind. It just means you finally realize your light doesn't need anyone's approval to exist. So today, we're diving into how to embody confidence from a spiritual place, how to create joy in ordinary moments, how to protect your energy, and how to make your self-trust contagious. We were taught to be grateful, and that's beautiful. But somewhere along the line, gratitude turned into guilt. Guilt for wanting more, guilt for shining too brightly, guilt for standing out. When I started walking more confidently, I noticed how uncomfortable that made some people. Not because I was doing too much, but because they weren't used to someone doing things differently. Confidence in our culture is often misread as pride. But what if the real pride is pretending to be small when you were made for more? Owning your light isn't about saying, "Look at me." It's about saying, "I'm finally looking at me." You can be humble and still honor your gifts. You can be grounded and still take up space. You can celebrate yourself and still root for everyone else. It's not either or, it's both and. We both come from a lineage of people who had to survive by staying quiet. Abuelos who worked in silence, mothers who carried the load without complaining, siblings who smiled through exhaustion. But survival is not our only inheritance. Joy is too. Expression is too. So when you let yourself be seen for your art, your ideas, your heart, your healing, you honor every ancestor who didn't get that chance. I have a journal prompt here for you guys. Where have I been shrinking just to stay relatable or accepted? And the affirmation for this question is, my confidence is not arrogance, it's clarity. Let's be real. Confidence isn't just about body language or success. It's a spiritual alignment. It's what happens when your faith and your self-belief meet in the middle. Confidence is when you stop negotiating your worth with people who can't afford it. It's when you start trusting your own intuition as much as you trust other people's advice. It's when you realize that doubt is loud, but truth is steady. Florence Scovel Shinn said, Your word is your wand. The energy you speak over your life creates your reality. When you say, I'm ready, doors open. When you say, I'm not enough, even blessings hesitate and you block what's already yours. So, watch what you say. Confidence is quiet self-discipline. It's catching yourself amid self-critique and saying, actually, I'm doing better than I think. In Dominican homes, we often mix faith with fear. Con Dios mediante, or God willing, but also don't say it too loud or it won't happen. That's scarcity in disguise. God doesn't bless you to hide you. You're not meant to dim what was divinely designed to inspire. Confidence is prayer in motion. It's walking like the thing you asked for is already on its way. It's being grateful before it happens, not only after. I have a journal prompt here for you guys. How does God remind me that I'm worthy? And the affirmation for this question is, my light serves others when I let it shine fully. All right, now let's talk about what main character energy actually looks like day to day. It's not always luxury or aesthetics. It's presence. It's living with intention. It's how you move through your mornings, how you romanticize the small things that used to feel ordinary. For me, it's journaling before the day starts, so I remember who I am before the world tells me who to be. It's saying no without writing a paragraph to justify it. It's laughing loudly, dancing for no reason, or dressing up for yourself because you can. Dominican culture is full of flair. We were born with rhythm, expression, and vibrancy. So why do we sometimes deny that energy when it's time to celebrate ourselves? Maybe because we were taught that peace has to be quiet, that happiness must be earned, that joy is a reward and not a right. But what if joy is the point? What if main character energy is how you honor your blessings? When you start showing up with that energy, people feel it. Not because you're trying to impress them, but because you're present. You're no longer in survival mode, rushing through your own story. You're savoring it. Even the most ordinary moments can become sacred. The light hitting your face after a long week, the first sip of coffee in silence, the walk back to work that turns into a conversation with God. Healing becomes less about fixing yourself and more about enjoying the person you've become. Main character energy doesn't mean you never feel doubt. It means you stop letting that doubt narrate the story. You choose the plot twist. You reclaim the pen. I have a journal prompt here for you guys. What daily rituals make me feel grounded, confident, and alive? And if I don't have any, what are some that I can start? And the affirmation for this question is, I am the author of my rhythm, my joy, and my presence. Once you begin to center yourself, you'll realize how easily peace can be disturbed and how worth protecting it is. Energy management is self-love in motion. It's catching yourself before you say yes out of guilt. It's choosing not to explain your boundaries to people committed to misunderstanding you. It's staying calm when someone's chaos tries to recruit you. Main characters don't chase, they align. They don't force, they flow. They don't perform, they protect. And sometimes that protection looks like letting go of familiar energy, even if it once felt like home, because healing changes your vibration. And not everyone who loved the unhealed version of you will recognize the new one. When you stop engaging with drama, the silence will feel loud at first, especially if you grew up in a house that was always moving. Pots clanging, music blasting, people yelling from room to room. You may equate quiet with loneliness, but that silence, it's restoration. That quiet is where your nervous system starts to trust safety again. It's where you hear your own intuition clearly, without everyone else's noise. It's where you start realizing that the peace you prayed for sometimes looks like solitude. Protecting your energy isn't selfish. It's self-respect. It's knowing your value. I have a journal prompt here for you guys. What energies, environments, or habits no longer match the version of me I'm becoming? And the affirmation for this question is, my peace is power, not passivity. The final layer of main character energy is realizing it's not about your glow up. It's about your ripple effect. Dominican culture taught us that success means ser alguien en la vida, to be someone. But what if being someone was never about titles or applause? What if it's about integrity, kindness, and courage? What if it's about living so fully that your existence becomes permission for others to do the same? When you step into your confidence, your presence gives others a blueprint for what's possible. Your healing teaches through example. You don't have to preach. Your peace preaches for you. Main character energy becomes sacred when we turn it into a collective confidence. When it's not just, I made it, but we can all make it. Your younger cousins are watching how you move differently. Your friends notice how you don't chase chaos anymore. Your family starts to see that softness doesn't mean weakness. You are rewriting the generational script in real time. Remember, our ancestors fought for survival. Now we fight in peace. They broke their backs to build. We break patterns to breathe. Your joy, your boundaries, your voice, they all become part of a larger healing story. So when you walk into a room grounded and radiant, know this. You're not showing off, you're showing what's possible. I have a journal prompt here for you guys. How can I make self-trust and joy contagious in my community? And the affirmation for this question is, I walk like the answered prayer of my ancestors. Now, let's do a final prayer. Put your hand on your chest and take a deep breath. And exhale. Dear God, thank you for reminding me that confidence and humility can coexist. Thank you for every closed door that built my strength and every new beginning that expands my faith. Let me walk with light, not comparison. Let me celebrate my wins without guilt and stay grounded in grace. May my presence bring calm where there was tension and joy where there was fear. Teach me to see myself the way you see me, capable, radiant, and worthy of good things. And when I forget who I am, remind me, I was never meant to stay small. I am the child of resilience, rhythm, and divine light. And today I choose to shine. Amen. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Unfiltered and Unapologetic, the space where we heal out loud, honor our roots, and remember that confidence is a form of faith. If today's episode reminded you of your light, share it with someone who's still learning to see theirs. Healing isn't meant to be done alone. It's something we ripple through our communities. One story, one reminder, one Me Too at a time. Don't forget to grab your blank journals on Amazon. The link will be in the show notes. You can listen to all episodes on all platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube, and more. If you enjoyed this one, leave a rating or a review. It helps this healing space grow and reach more people who need it. Until next time, stay grounded, stay radiant, and remember, you were never meant to live small. You are the story. You are the plot twist. This is your era. Live it out loud.